Sompal Kami and Binod Bandari on strike now. Full toss once again, put away. Poor delivery there from Madziva. Full toss on leg stump, asking to be hit, and Binod Bandari puts that away for 4 runs. Was a disciplined effort with the ball so far.
This is what Zimbabwe struggled with in Bangladesh quite often. Early wickets, we talked about Tendai Chatara providing that for them. The problem they got was that their skills weren't up to scratch in the last segment of the innings. And quite often, lots of low full tosses. We've seen a couple already in this over from Madziva. And length deliveries that were punished.
Probably tempting the umpire to signal wide once again, but that is the end of the penultimate over of the first innings. Nepal 115 for 6 with just 6 balls to play. We're coming towards the end of the first innings of match number 1 of the Singapore Tri-Nation T20I series, brought to you by Instagram. Match number 1, Zimbabwe versus Nepal, with the host Singapore slated to be in action tomorrow. You're watching live coverage from the Indian Association here in Singapore. And it's going to be Tendai Chatara to finish off the first innings. 3 overs, 1 for 15 thus far. Full toss. There's a man in the deep there. 6 runs to start off the final over. Excellent shot there from Sompal Kami. And that's 6 number 2.
Yeah, you cannot afford to be bowling to Sompal Kami in this area. Low full toss from Tendai Chatara. Once again, talking about too many full tosses from the Zimbabwean bowlers at the end. We said that 120 would be a good effort if they got there. Now 121.
Now for 6 with 5 balls to go in the innings, so good effort at the rear end.
Another full toss. Make that 6 number 3. And guess what? A no ball signaled by the umpire. Suddenly a shift in momentum. Nepal are piling on the runs in the final couple of overs. 3 sixes in the last 7 deliveries. An erratic from the Zimbabwean bowlers.
Yeah, the Zimbabwean bowlers need to be unhappy about the manner in which they've gone these last couple of overs. Spinners have been particularly good, and so too were the seamers in the beginning part of this innings. At the moment, they are just getting a bit reckless and allowing Nepal to claw back into this innings. Sompal Kami has been brilliant in the last few overs. 25 from 11 he's moved on to.
Bandari supporting him well. 9 from 10. He's just making sure he gives him the strike and allows him to get on with the business. So no ball called. It'll be a free hit.
Well, at one point, 120 seemed a distance away for Nepal, but they're 128 right now with 4 deliveries to spare. Zimbabwe will be quite happy that Sompal Kami didn't cause any damage of the free hit. 25 of 12. How valuable is this innings from Sompal Kami right at the very end? Suddenly turning it around. And that'll be the much needed momentum that they were looking for going into the end of the first innings. Another short ball. A quick delivery from Tendai Chatara. Sompal Kami looking for that pull once again. It was just too quick for him on this occasion. Another dot ball.
This is a better delivery. He's gone short on purpose. Make sure that there's lots of venom in that delivery.
Not too sure if the Zimbabweans will be complaining too much about the scoreboard at the moment, but another short ball, another pull, misses out once again, but they did well to steal a single there. Binod Bandari was on his toes. Chatara here. And he's conceded just the 2 in the last 3. With just 2 deliveries left, 129 on the board. Suddenly Nepal will feel it might just have enough, something to fight for.
Yeah, Chatara realized that Kami was possibly not so adept with the short ball. Used that a couple of times to him and got away with it. This one is slapped to the mid-wicket boundary. Good work from Wellington Masakadza. Come back for 2. Nepal, 131 with a ball to go in the innings.
131 for 6. 1 delivery left in the final over. First innings of match number 1. And Nepal will be pretty happy with how they're closing this innings off. Right, one final time. It's Tendai Chatara to Binod Bandari. Here we go. A swing and a miss once again. Binod Bandari stakes a single. And that is the end of the first innings. Nepal versus Zimbabwe. And Nepal finish at 132 for 6. Zimbabwe will come out in a 20-minute slot. And they're going to be chasing 1-3-3 for victory in match number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching live coverage of the Singapore Tri-Series brought to you by Instarem. We're going to be back shortly in a few minutes for live action for the chase. A quick look at the scoreboard, 132 for 6. Talk us through this performance by the Nepal team with the bat, Tino.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy that they ended up on 132 for 6. Just look at that scorecard. Not very many scores at the beginning. It was Irie, the vice-captain, who came in with a good hand, 40 from 33. And then Sandeep Jora, good partnership with him, 17 from 15 for him. And then, of course, the good hitting at the end from Sompal Kami, 25 from 14 he got. And that's what elevated the Nepal score past that 120 mark. And I think they'll be pretty happy. They've seen already that the ball is turning out there. They'll feel that if they can get some early wickets and get the ball to turn a bit later on in the innings, they'll be able to put some pressure on the Zimbabwean batting lineup.
Yeah, 132. I'll be quite happy with how the first 16 overs went in the innings. Excellent finish there by Sompal Kami. And from the bowling department, well, it was Sean Williams and Wellington Mazakatsa who were leading from the front. It's 2 spinners. If anything, if that is any indication, very likely that Nepal will be bowling a lot more of spin than medium pace in the second innings. We're going to be back in about 10 minutes.